Hey everybody, Angry Old Hoops here, and this is another episode. This is episode 2 of the Big Little Things. And am I saturating you with too many episodes? I'm just trying to keep up. This one's important. Well, they're all important. We're going to look at the fourth quarter of the Blazers game and just focus on that because, as I already mentioned, the headlines everywhere, YouTube, etc., were Russ's terrible shot selection costing the Lakers the game. So Russ got the blame again. It's starting to seem like that's the most important role he has in LA, is to take away focus from LeBron James. It's a focus on him. He's a scapegoat. But you know what? That's not to say that Russ is playing great, but how much worse is he than LeBron? And in these episodes where Skip and Shannon, Stephen A, everybody basically just takes pot shots at Russ, they have these moments. So they say, no, don't get me wrong, it's not all his fault. It's not all his fault. The Lakers have problems. And after that 2 seconds of pretending to be fair, they just go on to crucify him for the rest of the show. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, admittedly, on paper, his shooting was not very good. He doesn't look great in the stats column. But what's interesting is that most of his terrible play was earlier in the game. His shooting in particular had already taken place, and the Lakers had a 7-point lead extremely late into the fourth. So unless Russ took over the game and destroyed all that, I don't think it's very fair to focus on that shot he took with 30 seconds left in the game. Okay, so let's kick things off by looking at the fourth quarter. We're going to mainly just look at Russ and LeBron. So let's look at this play. And is LeBron backing down a defender? He starts with his clear out moves. He's using his forearm. He's using his elbow. And he turns his back to the basket and just tries to bully ball his way downward. And he's so busy doing that instead of what I would call skilled basketball that he doesn't see the other guy come and pickpocket him. So LeBron kicks things off with a turnover. Not only a turnover, but it leads directly to 2 points with a layup at the other end. Now, this is a little big thing. The announcers said that his teammates should have warned him. You've got to look out for your teammates. Again, immediately distracting the viewer from how LeBron screwed up. It was someone else's fault. You know, number one, we don't even know that they weren't yelling a warning to him. It's not like LeBron is listening to his teammates. And perhaps if he had been facing the right way in the offense, he would have had a better idea of what was going on. Now, despite Westbrook not even being in the game, maybe this was his fault. Maybe he, because he has a clear view from the bench, should have been shouting a nice loud warning to LeBron. Way to go, Russ. Way to grow. Way to go. Sweet Jesus. That is an inspiring dance move. There's one more little big thing to point out here. That's that LeBron James, the one who committed the error, did not hustle back to make up for his mistake. It was up to everyone else to chase down the guy who stole the ball from him and try to make a stop. LeBron just acts disgusted as though it's somehow someone else's fault. You can see him here just walking off muttering about how it's someone else's fault. Real leadership, you are witnessing greatness, as Reggie Miller likes to say over and over and over. We next have a series of great feeds between Laker teammates, which leads to points and some great defensive stops. Like, the rest of the team really should get some credit. They played well. In particular, their defense was quite good. And maybe we'll look at them a little bit later. Let's see. Beverly drives and dishes to Walker. So a nice drive by Beverly, a nice dish. That's 2 points. On the other end, Beverly and Toscano Anderson force a turnover, so more great defense. Beverly then produces an incredible dime to LeBron. So LeBron gets another easy 2 points, compliments of his teammates. At the other end, Beverly, again with amazing defense, almost causes a shot clock violation, followed by AD with an incredible block on Nurkic. I mean, the defense by the Lakers was inspiring. At the other end, AD has a brilliant little dish to Brown, who finishes with 2 points. So now the Lakers are up by 6 with 4 minutes to play. And LeBron, for some reason, decides this is a good time to chuck up a 3 from Steph Curry land. And, like, it's epically ugly. And he's wide open, and it's still epically ugly. Why a downtown three-pointer with 4 minutes left, 8 seconds on the shot clock, and a 6-point lead? Tell me why that is a smart play. The Lakers are still managing to be up. With 3:43 left, you see some more ferocious defense demonstrated here by Anthony Davis. At 3:20, Russ misses a three-pointer. There are 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now, he's so open that you could argue that he almost has to take it. You have to take a shot that open, unless, of course, you're LeBron James, who has proven that he's basically allergic to wide open shots. They're still up by 6 despite this. I'm not saying it was a great offensive possession. Russ, he could have done better for sure, but he follows that up with a great feed to Davis for 2 points. Next, Westbrook has an absolutely monstrous rebound, after which he gives up the ball on the other end to LeBron James. LeBron James goes baseline for 2 points. At this point, the Lakers have a 7-point lead with only 1:52 left. I mean, how the hell did they lose this? And unless all of Russ's misses come in the next minute 52, you're stretching to put it all on him. Beverly misses a three-pointer. Okay, a little blame to Beverly. With 1:15 left and the Lakers still in the lead, LeBron starts his floppy shoulders, his droopy head. Look at him going down the court as though he's already defeated. Let me tell you something. That is not what your teammates need to see with the game on the line. And the Lakers are still in the lead, by the way, when he starts acting like this. So following his mopiness down the court, LeBron decides to dribble out the clock and chuck up another long-range 3. This 3 barely hits the rim. I mean, this thing bricks so bad that it almost injures Damian Lillard. He's like, shit, what the fuck was that? Okay, so now we come to the 30-second mark and Russ shooting that shot that made the headlines. He's got a mid-range, fairly open, 18 seconds left on the clock. It hits back iron. It's not pretty, and yet it's not as ugly as LeBron's misses. But nevertheless, not a great offensive possession. Good thing you have a clutch GOAT on your team to save the day, right? You have the greatest of all time, right? Year 20. Surely he's only getting more confident in these situations. Unfortunately for the Lakers, the only actual clutch player on the floor is Damian Lillard, who drills it at the other end. Next, and I still haven't heard a good explanation for what happened here, but for some reason the Blazers just opened up the Panama Canal and let LeBron James take a pleasure cruise right down the middle for 2 of the easiest points I've ever seen. I don't know what that was, but add that to LeBron's points, which will be his last points. What LeBron does do is allow the other team to score the finalizing, definitive points to seal the game at the other end. Grant goes by LeBron as if he's in concrete. And guess what the announcers do? The announcers try to say that AD needed to make a defensive play there. Jesus, AD is contending with Nurkic. I mean, Grant, who is Grant? I had to look him up. 5th year in the league, 5 teams. 5 years, 5 teams. LeBron's not exactly on an elite defensive challenge here. And you know what? AD still almost made that play. I mean, it was close. However you want to slice it, however you want to try and take the blame off LeBron, as just happens so often, The bottom line is that LeBron's man took him to the hole and scored the finalizing points of the game. I don't know how you're not talking about that at least a little bit instead of Westbrook's poor shot selection with 30 seconds left. But that's not the end. That's not the end. LeBron still has a chance. LeBron still has a chance. He's got a full 3 seconds left. They're inbounding on his side of the court. So it's not even like they have to get across half court before they can even set up the shot. They're already there. He's got Damian Lillard 7 inches shorter than him, guarding him, more than enough time to get his feet solid under him and rise up over a smaller defender. I mean, come on. That's not asking for that much. Nope. Obviously, I am not a big fan of LeBron James, and I'm not really a big fan of Westbrook, but the way he takes the blame for everything just turns me into a Westbrook defender by default. I put together this little table here. I want you to look at it with me. And I included everything. I even included LeBron's pathetic layups. You know, this is what he relies on for on paper to look like he did good things. So we've got the fourth period, Russ in one column, LeBron on the other. So LeBron has a turnover. I marked everything negative in red. LeBron has a turnover, which led to 2 points for the other team. Then LeBron has a layup for 2 points. That's a positive. Then LeBron misses a dumb three-pointer. Then Russ misses I don't know if it was dumb or not, but it was an open three-pointer, and he missed it. Then Russ has a great assist, a great feed to Davis for 2 points. Then Russ has a massive, massive rebound. Then Russ feeds the ball to LeBron. This is when LeBron makes that baseline layup for 2 points, a positive for LeBron. Then LeBron misses just an epically terrible three-pointer. Then Russ has his bad decision with that mid-range shot. And then I think Russ gets pulled at this point. Because nothing else happens from Russ. LeBron gets that insane open layup that I can't explain for 2 points. Then LeBron gives up the game winner, and then LeBron misses his own game-winning shot. So you put those two side by side in the fourth, and LeBron is clearly the bigger liability, even counting his layups. I'm sorry, I'm being biased. That seems clear to me. I mean, when you look at this, is Russ really to blame here? Oh my goodness. Okay, since shot selection was the focal point of the talk shows that were crucifying Westbrook, let's look at the rest of the game, because every now and then Skip has the balls to say to Shannon that LeBron is not very good in the fourth quarter. I don't know how we've sunk so low that just saying blatantly obvious things is having balls, but this is what we've been reduced to. And Shannon always responds by saying, the other three periods don't count, Skip? Is that what you're telling me? The other 3 periods don't count? Okay, so if Shannon wants to look at the other 3 periods, then let's look at them. Second period, 14 seconds on the shot clock, and almost the entire period left to play. LeBron walks into a logo distance three-pointer and just misses horribly. Okay, is that smart? Is that a good decision for your team? Is that good shot selection? And where's the pressure? I mean, he's wide open. Where's the physical pressure from a defender? Where's the mental pressure at that point in the game? I can't understand someone who's supposed to be this good missing this badly consistently. Tell me who's worse than this. Another example. Again, the second period. 8.5 minutes left in the period. 18 seconds on the shot clock. That's the same amount of time as when Russ got crucified. LeBron's like, fuck it. Hey, I'm a great three-point shooter. Why not? It wouldn't make sense otherwise, but since I'm basically Steph Curry, why don't I just go ahead and chuck this thing up? Way to get the team involved, Mr. Facilitator. Still in the second. We're still in the second. And at least this time, the shot clock was lower. Although 6 seconds is still plenty of time to run a play. Well, LeBron shoots another front iron three. And it's not just that he's missing. Again, he's missing crazy, insane open shots. So you basically have the same excuse for why Russ took his shots. They were so open that it's almost a crime not to try. But obviously, neither one of them seemed to be the guy that you want taking the shots, but nobody's crucifying LeBron for his shot selection. Now, we set those things aside, and Russ played insane defense. I mean, he was even getting matched up against Damian Lillard. Not exactly an easy assignment, in which he actually managed to get Damian Lillard into early foul trouble and managed to force some turnovers because his D was so good. Russ's hustle and his rebounding were also inspiring. In the meantime, LeBron is like throwing the ball straight into the other team's hands. And what did LeBron's D look like? Come on. I mean, half the time he's taking a break in the lower corner, while assigned to guard a guy you never heard of. LeBron led the team in turnovers again. Russ had 0 this game. I mean, is it, even if you're a LeBron fan watching this, which I would assume you've turned it off by now because this has got to be hard to take, but if you did listen to this, how are you coming to the conclusion that Russ is to blame, other than listening to the media try to convince you to look at Russ instead of looking at LeBron? Look at LeBron's shot chart, okay? I pulled this off of NBA.com. If you take away everything that he shot in the restricted zone, like right at the rim, which consists of easy layups and his offensive fouls, which he, they don't call the offensive foul on him, so he gets those too. If you take that away, he made 2 shots. If you take that away, he made 2 shots. LeBron James missed everything outside of the restricted zone except for 2 shots. Dear God, is anyone in the league worse than that? And this leads straight into another episode I want to do on the topic of the shooting percentage and this claim that the Lakers aren't a good shooting team or a good defensive team. But that's another episode. Thank you for watching. If you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and like, and I do love your comments. If I missed anything, I actually tried to be fair with that fourth quarter breakdown. So if I missed anything, let me know. Anyway, keep watching. See you on the next episode.